I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Devontae Freeman, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter.
Brissett on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a run with Mack. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And possession will... Brissett to throw on first. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Brissett. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers from last week for Hilton. 4 catches, 58 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He's going to loft one, deep left side. He's got him in, complete. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On the ground, it's Mack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. A first down throw for Brissett. And that's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So a change of possession here on the punt. They go play action with Brissett. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Ready?
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The end result, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Colts on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Now Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Brissett now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brissett again. And his throw here is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. And back.
Here we go. 70 ending. 45. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On first down, Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go right back to Mack. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's go now. You got to read. Ready, weapon. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming out.
They begin the drive with a grab with Mack. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive. First down, Brissett, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's got it to Hilton. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Big stop. Let's go.
Again, it's Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Brissett. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Brissett, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe. On 1st and 10, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Brissett sets to throw it. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brissett to throw on 1st. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. You've got to take care of it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, Devontae Freeman, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Off the play fake, Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Falcons under 5th-year head coach Dan Quinn. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and 3rd overall pick.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know. The head coach.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. First down, Mariota. His throw incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mariota toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And now another one thrown incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot. Mariota on 1st down. And Walker with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mariota. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. A first down throw for Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota now. And that'll be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they... Mariota now to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Vic Beasley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands. from the gun, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing is Mariota, and that will be incomplete as well. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
This is taken at the 23. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's taken to the 26. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one.
Watch the screen.
To throw is Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Let's go.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now, look. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, check. 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Lewis. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The draw play here, Lewis. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He'll take it at the 42. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive. So for Atlanta, Hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the former MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons as they match up with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's a guy on his fourth franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly
I don't want to know.
that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is taken at the 18. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at third and 8. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Alert! 19! You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now the pass cut in by Kenny Stills. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. High. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw is Watson. Finding Fouls complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Fells has it, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Watson, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Taking it about the 16. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt.
Mike. I got one.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught, Stills, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it.
They can't do it. 19. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Watson, off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come.
45. 19. Here we go.
Watson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Offense.
Max Sharping, the guilty party, 2nd-round pick from Northern Illinois.
First down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be fourth and short.
This will be taken at the 10. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of...
Defense, get out the field, defense.
On first down, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Watson now to throw. Incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt. Another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over.
Set! 19! 24! 22! Jet, Bubba!
Now Watson throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On first down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. A gain of 6 there on first. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield, so you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that's incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, but it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Watson, and that will be incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.
matching hundreds. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action here on...
First down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Murray fighting, lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will swing. Murray now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 12 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Falcons are set up well. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 17-0 our score after one. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell. Falcons leading tackler in 2018. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons will be... Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw is Murray. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Oh, and breaks another. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Check, what? Turn the ending. Check. No. It's 3.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to ours. And okay, so... Throwing on first down is Murray. Out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Adrian Claiborne in there to record another sack. And that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And now off to the races down the right side.
Touchdown, Falcons! A 77-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty in his career.
Buddy up! 59! Get him on! West! Come on!
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second. And 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third? Murray going to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the slip.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray, rolling to his right, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A terrific return. 30. On 1st and 10, Murray sliding out of the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Johnson's got it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing again on second down. Murray, it's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
It's a gain of 9.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun on third down. Murray. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, and these... On first down, Murray fighting, lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there. Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing on third and long. Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry.
On first and 10, Murray looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good.
Running free.
On first down, it's gone. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Taking it about the 16. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go! Check line! 120! 59! 59! There's the party now! DC!
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 18 carries, 62 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Goff throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Cut! 20! Maverick! 3-2 jet bomber!
It's caught left side by Cooks. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Let's go.
So well done there.
Here we go. 180. Mike is 59. Switch up.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike, check. 59.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
This is taken at the 15. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will...
Like 20. Hold on.
The play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff, and that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Fielded at the 20. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
Good. 180.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Good.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Goff now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, all that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check the second half.
Good. 20. I hope you got your left, because I'm about to take you to school.
After the interception, here's Goff. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's taken on the 25. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on...
Ric Flair. Bring it. Bring it.
Now Goff on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Goff. And incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll get 7 out of it, but it brings up a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. That's a punt return of 89 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Cut. Flag 20. Hey, Shell. Come up the ball. 80 weapons. Flag 29.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Taken in at the 22. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards.
Here we go. 180. Check. 45 to Mike. Check.
On 1st down, gone. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
59 Mike.
Now it's gone. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Now the ball comes loose. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
Cut. 120. X3. 218. Chop it. Move. 3 down. Cut.
Goff on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now gone. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them. All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Wait, 20. Hold on. Check. Turbo, check.
On first down, it's gone. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A shotgun snap for gone. Looking sideline, incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He's going to field this at the 4. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they...